Do you think houses are unaffordable for millennials since the real estate is on fire? I'm going to share my perspective about many unanswered facts, some reasons behind it, its effect on you and me, and what is the way out. Hi, my name is Sunny, and I try to make videos that affect a common man financially. A quick smash on the like button will help me with the YouTube algorithm, and it will be highly appreciated. I know son of a personal friend who is about 28 years old, has a very decent six-figured household income. They have been trying to buy their first house for a while now. Unfortunately, they are unable to do so. I can relate to the sense of frustration the people from that age group gets who despite everything going good in their lives accept they cannot buy their first house. As a matter of fact, they have to face the uphill task as there is a sort of bidding war going on for the limited amount of inventory in the real estate. In a city like Vancouver, earlier the average detached independent house was well over $1 million, which has now gone up by 20 to 30% in less than a year. This translates into an appreciation of about $200,000 to $300,000 in a year from a already inflated real estate to start with. Now, how do you think a millennial will come up with 20% down on over $1 million home, which is about 200,000, where the minimum wage is $15 and some odd cents an hour? There is a huge disconnect between what people are making and the cost of ownership of a house. This huge entry barrier has discouraged many young millennials about home ownership and rather they stay renting. If there is a problem, there has to be a reason behind it, and this crazy run up in the real estate has many reasons. Number one of the major reasons why the real estate is on fire right now is because of the loose monetary policy or the ultra low interest rates these days, as the governments are trying to prop up the economy because of the pandemic shutdowns. This will be inflationary on most asset classes eventually, which, according to many economists, is a huge side effect of this ultra low interest rate environment. Number two, since the real estate has already increased in price in the last few years, thus some of the home buyers are having a lot of equity in their homes. Some of them are taking out this home equity and using as a down payment for the next house they are trying to buy. This, along with low interest rates, has allowed them more borrowing capacity. Thus, there is a bidding war for houses as the rental investments. I completely understand this can be very disheartening for a young family who is trying to enter the real estate market for the first time. The increase in real estate prices have many consequences, where the young millennial feels frustrated since now houses are unaffordable for them. They know it will take them decades before they can even come up with this $200,000 for the down payment. Even the people who are trying to buy second or third houses as rental or investment properties are feeling the heat because now their mortgages are more, which means more liabilities they have to pay in the future. Even the renters are feeling the pinch as the rental prices are increasing too, which were bound to increase dramatically as the underlying asset, which is the house, has gone up a lot. In nutshell, all this has got direct or indirect effect on the economy as a whole. Well, people take more loans, now they have more liabilities, which means banks will have more liabilities on their balance sheet. Just think about the situation in the future when the house prices start to go down even for a short period of time. Don't we all remember what happened during 2008 2009 housing crisis in the United States when the real estate prices started to crash? The mortgages went under and the mortgage was more than the actual market price of the house. As a result, people just walked away from their homes. Some even filed bankruptcies, whereas the banks were suddenly stuck with a depreciating asset on their books, resulting in billions of dollars in losses for them. Ultimately, Uncle Sam had to bail out the banks with the taxpayers' money, which was very unpopular. This is exactly the reason recently Canadian regulators have put in more stringent stress test conditions on all mortgage financed by any financial institution in Canada just to avoid what happened in the United States some years ago. I think it's next to impossible right now for a millennial to afford the down payment for a house by themselves, so they have to rent out, which are also increasing. The next best option for this young family is if the parents pitch in to help them with the down payment, which may not be possible in all the cases. Leaving wealth to your kids in your estate when they have already established themselves may not be the ideal situation. That is at least what I think. Personally, I think there is no harm in helping your millennial kids financially now if you can, while they are still struggling financially and professionally, as we have all done when we were young. Second most important thing is wait if you have to, if you don't have money right now, avoid over leverage or too much personal debt since you never know which way the cycle of life moves. Just take one step at a time. This is my take on the topic houses unaffordable for millennials. If you like the content that I make, please help me and my channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing to it. Please feel free to write in the comment section about the topic I have touched based on today, and I would urge you to write if you want me to make videos about any specific topic. Thanks for watching. See you next time in the next video on your own channel, Sunny Snippets.